Hello everyone and welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be kind of taking it chill. Let's throw a little sub goal on as well, why not? But today we are going to just be playing free-to-play Flag Mech. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, it would be nice to see how good the free-to-play variant of this deck is going to be, as well as potentially be able to get some footage for a video for that. And my spare account, which is, you know, a full free-to-play account, can get the bundles without feeling too bad. So I can actually have access to, if we jump over here, and if we take the overlay off, we can have access to Barrel Dragon and Sword and Shield, which is nice. We can test these cards out. So that's kind of the logic here. We're going to be doing that for a bit, and we'll do that for a bit, but I've really got the itch to play speed, so I'm probably going to be playing some speed at some point today as well. I'm really enjoying playing speed right now, and we're slowly building some other decks, but obviously, you know, Rush is obviously going to be our main, so what that does mean is that we're primarily going to be focusing on other formats. What we should do as well, actually, because this is our spare account, we have not disabled the background music. Which means now we will not have clashing background music, so that's way nicer. So, who have we got in chat? We've got Grand, who resubbed to the channel. Thank you so much, Grand. We have Dragson, always here. Our most dedicated viewer. Never misses a stream. We have Narad. Hello, hello. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. SRUR choice ticket for Rush. We could get one. The thing is, it's like what does it do for us, right? Like, would they just allow it to be any SRUR? Because we got, what, we got one from an event, right? I think we got one from... Let me have a look at what I've got in here. I never basically check this, I just kind of put everything in here and stick it away. I don't think I've got anything... I think my main account might have had something with the old red SRUR on it. But anyway, for now, I think the plan is just to crack on and see how this account does. I know, but I have to wait a full day to get it. Ugh, that always sucks so bad. But at least the anticipation will build, right? You can get excited for it. It's suddenly very warm in my house. So I am actually going to derobe a little bit. Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't played this account in a little while, so this is back down into bronze. Jeez. Okay, these might not be the most entertaining games for a bit, or they might be absolutely entertaining. We'll have to see how it actually goes. There's an SRUR ticket from the gift campaign. It's for drop event / ranked cards. So I assume that includes Rage of the Wild Beasts. I assume that includes Seahorse Carrier. All of that jazz. I haven't actually had time to really look at it, so I think here we're just going to go for it. The old set everything and hope we don't draw into another tribute monster. Okay, so we are against basically a mirror, I would assume. This is probably... I think it's more likely to be a free-to-play deck than not a free-to-play deck, so let's have a look. Not Rage of the Beast Gears, but everything else. Ah, okay, okay. That's not so good then. But if it is another avenue to get the Seahorse Carrier, that is at least something. Now, obviously, we do have the Mimi event coming back, but still, it's always nice to have access to more. Ooh, hello. So I could flip it. I could also hard tribute and use the effect. Or we can use him, send Paku. We'd have to use one, trade that, or trade that. Okay, let's do this. We'll activate our skill. We will reveal to our opponent that we have Tough Striker. Then back into the deck, I'm going to put Paku Paku Chu. Then I can flip. Normal. Activate the effect of Aim Eagle. Send 1, send 2. Bring out Ace Breaker with 1000 attack. Then set. Tribute 2. And then we'll keep this shield and sword for later. We'll go to battle and we'll swing over. And this is a pretty chunky board for him to eat through. Let me just pass on this. Yeah, it kind of... It's not great, right? If it does limit the cards we can get, but... It's better than nothing, right? I'd rather have it than not have anything for Rush whatsoever. I feel like our opponent has given up. There it is. Okay, guys. Bronze 2 holding strong. Oh, double chance. Whoa. Yeah, go for it. Why not? And there's a retry. GG 200 IQ. Man, these bronze 2 games, these are going to take... The thing is, right, I do think that there is a big difference between bronze in rush and bronze in speed. I think bronze in speed is literally a joke, right? It's going to be actually just meme decks and stuff. But bronze in rush is still so new that most people, like, there isn't a huge card pool for people to be really far behind on, for example, right? So, and rush is a format where if you do just get kind of lucky, skill expression doesn't always shine through, and you can just kind of blow out your opponent or vice versa. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do lose a couple of these games. I get Torna or Volcondor with it then. Drop event or ranked cards. But Volcondor isn't a event drop or a ranked card, right? It's a structure deck. I don't know where that falls in that. You heard it here first, folks. Rush has no skill. Yeah, Grand. That's right. Rush has no skill. Let's just go with that. Smarty says you can sack to victory. You can 100% sack to victory. You can also sack to victory in speed. It's just speed decks are so consistent at this point, I feel, between skills and just the quality of the cards, that it becomes... Ugh. I feel like it's almost harder to brick in speed than it is to just get your full combo, right? But that's just a modern Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right? The whole point is the game's gotten more and more consistent over time, which is one of the appeals, right? No one wants to play a game where you open 5 tribute monsters and can't play the game. Unfortunately, that does happen every now and then in Rush, and that's just part of the game. Again, we do get better consistency cards later on, but you still won't necessarily open those consistency cards. You still could just open all your tribute monsters and have nothing to do. I think that's a big part of why people really like Executies. But saying that, Executies can also brick, but they are a deck of level 6 monsters that can special summon themselves and just keep, like, popping them out on the board, and without running any high level monsters, as in no 7s and 8s, you don't have to worry about bricking on specifically 7 and 8s. That's a Dragius. Fortunately, Shield and Sword... I don't know how good I think this card's going to be, because Sword and Shield... Fantastic if you have good defense, but generically fine if everything's defense is kind of low, because sometimes you can, like, get a good trade off of it or something. But if you're playing against a deck that has high defense, this card is completely dead, which is why I'm not the hugest fan of it. Because, like, what does this card do against warriors, right? Oh, my 25-25. It's like, oh, great. This has done nothing. Okay, we can use his effect. We could also use that to get out a guy. That doesn't get us anywhere other than the extra 1000 attack, though, so I might as well just go for the big boy barrel dragon, right? So we'll summon out Carrier. Activate Carrier. Bring back Kana. Summon Kana. Tribute 2. Summon out the Barrel of Dragons. We'll go ahead and activate its effect. Sure, we'll try and pop this. What? Easy. 100%. This card is completely bonkers. And then, yeah, we'll just get this out of our hand. I don't want to end with 2 tributes in hand, as much as I'd like to just maintain it. And then we will boost with this to protect our Barrel Dragon. And that's going to be the game. So far, so good. So now, I suppose the question going forward is going to be, so obviously we already saw the Light Machine deck, because so I like to differentiate between the different styles of deck, right? Like I like to say Cyber Dragon or Ultimate Flag, but a lot of the cards do just have the words Light Machine written on them, which is why they kind of get grouped together into the Light Machine deck. So for now, we'll just call it the Light Machine deck, just for simplicity's sake. But the Light Machine deck did do quite well in Grand's latest Rush Duel tournament, which was very, very exciting. I did play in it with my Dark Magician deck, which was... I mean, we weren't expecting the Dark Magician deck to do well, but we did pop off in one game, and we did convincingly beat Profear in one of our games, and then he absolutely demolished us in the following 2. And then we ended up getting a bye in the last round, so we got a really bad throw. Anyway, the point is, the winner of that tournament was the Light Machine deck. So there's definitely something there. Now again, small tournament, small sample size, but if it's the only sample size, something has to be said for that, right? I think the deck is okay. The only problem I have with the deck is... what does it do that the generic, like, dragon aggro with the beast engine doesn't do? Hey, Icy. Free to play deck, let's go. Yeah, exactamundo. We are just going to see what we can get done with this. We're going to try and see if this is the new, like, de facto way to play Rush Duels as free to play. That is the idea. Fun fact, getting 2 of the 3 heads in the same odds as getting heads on 1 coin. It's been so long since I've done any kind of like probability. I think the biggest benefit of the deck is if Ace Breaker sticks around a turn, that guaranteed pop feels really good. Yes. I think that's always going to be the main benefit, right? But I guess at what point would you rather just have a Dragius? Right? Because the big draw of Aim Eagle is that it does get you over the threshold for, like, the barrier. But Ancient Arise Dragon does that anyway. So, like, that's one thing. The skill lets you fix a bricked hand, which you can't do in the aggro beast deck. Ah! Why is my Kana in attack mode? I have nothing to protect her. Ah! Okay. One-sided reverse, a pretty funny card. I could use the skill. Pop both of his back row. I don't even need to use the skill. I think we will just flip this. Normal. We will activate Rage of the Beasts. Pop the back row. And we will activate Rage of the Beasts. Pop the back row. Then we will activate Silverwolf. Then we will activate Silverwolf. And we're going to tribute 2. And we're going to summon Silverwolf. We're going to activate Silverwolf. We're going to set, and this is not going to have a 1400 defense, okay? It's just not going to be 1400 defense. It's just going to die. It's just going to... There we go. See? Easy peasy. Let me pass on that. You don't burn through your deck as quickly as aggro does. Yes, unless you're playing this build and I'm spamming Silver Wolf, in which case, yes, I definitely do. Yeah, the main issue I think that aggro has is it does self-mill a absolute crud ton. And that means it's not actually that great into warriors. I think warriors has always been like the counter to aggro. And Ancient Arise does sort of fix that problem, but at the same time, it doesn't 100% plug the holes. I mean, I think we just go straight combat here, right? I mean, I could get this out, but I don't really want to. Just because if this gets outed, I have no follow-up, so I think I'd rather just maintain. See what this is. See what this is. I'm gonna see what this is. Looks like we're on just pure beast gears here. This might be worth saving a replay, just because when are we ever going to play against a pure beast gear deck again? Yeah, 100% Grand, 100%. Hey, thanks for the boosting my beasts, buddy. I do think Forest is really cope. I do not think this card suddenly makes Beast Gears, like, playable. I think most of the time Forest is not doing anything particularly useful. What's he going to hit? I got 2 legends. He's hitting one of them either way. That was a very good hit from him. Ooh, okay, but what are you doing now? You still can't out this guy, and you could have just summoned this after he used Shield and Sword. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I suppose this is just bronze gameplay for you. I mean, I can protect my Ace Breaker. I could protect it with either of them, really, though. Alright, let's summon out Aim Eagle. We'll summon Seahorse Carrier. I don't even think we need to use Seahorse Carrier. And my opponent doesn't even have a high level anyway, so it doesn't matter. In which case, we will just go for this, which means we actually just... is that a misplay? I'd have to send stuff to the graveyard anyway. Paku Pikachu's a really good follow-up anyway. So this still works in the same way, where we protect from widespread. Oh, I could have just won. I just completely was like, oh yeah, I could just do this. And I'm like, well, I've got 2 monsters in hand. I could have just popped his guy with Ace Breaker. Grant just casually saying this at work, lol. Hey, you know, some places it's fine. Beast Gear Gyro Jackal. Okay. Double Gyro Jackal. Piercing Dragon Bunker Strike. Okay. What one card, though, are you looking for that's going to get you out of this? That is my question. So this is the chosen one. This is the card the card he chose to keep in hand is something we are just going to retain in hand. Okay. I mean, we just do this, right? And we'll just play around everything just in case. I don't even want to use the effect. And that's the game. Yeah, I just find it funny, lol. I mean, it depends, right? It depends what kind of environment you find yourself in. But what we should do is always shout out our friends that are always in chat. So we'll give Grand his old little shout out with our custom emote, and we got one for Icy as well. Everyone should check out. Oh, to be fair, I am much smaller than either Icy or Grand, so I'm sure everyone here already knows Icy and Grand. Let's be honest. But I always like to give them the shout out regardless. Well, it's a hard thing to gauge right now if this is a really strong free-to-play deck, just because we're in the depths of bronze. This is going to take a while to actually get any credible data. And even then, it's all going to be like confirmation bias. It's all going to be extremely subjective to my own experience, but... Oh, you might be playing Fluffals later? Nice. Yeah. Like I said at the start, basically, I have been really getting the itch for speed. I've been really enjoying playing speed. It's a completely different game, right? I think if I played nothing but Rush all day, every day, I would just burn out. So being able to flop between different card games or different versions of similar card games, always going to be a big thing for me. And we'll pass on that. It's like, I also do really like, you know, physical speed duels. I had a series on my channel where me and my friend Alex played the physical speed duels, but speed duels do feel like the actual... Again, it gets weird talking about like Duel Link speed duels and then physical speed duels, but physical speed duels do feel a little bit neglected, which is a bit of a shame. I think the last two products that have come out physical speed have been a bit yikes. Okay. Can we out Ansler pass? Attack mode babysitter goat. Is babysitter goat going to declare an attack? Nope. Alright, let's see what's going on here then. How... I mean, we kind of want to summon two guys, right? Because summoning two guys means... we can't use Aim Eagle's effect no matter what. So I think we do just summon this, and we'll just tribute this out. If we want to use Silver Fang effect, I guess we're just not going to use Silver Wolf effect. That's fine. I would have had to have summoned it first on that last bit, but that's fine. We don't need the extra 200. Alright, we'll go battle. Let's see what he's got. Does he have the widespread? I like the way they released the boxes, though, for speed. Now, in a way, right, because they only got good at releasing the boxes with Battle City. Everything before Battle City was garbage. So, when they released Battle City box, that was fantastic. And then the GX box, released after, was also pretty good. But then the box after that, which was like the Shadow Rider set, was not great. Oh, there was also the GX Midterm Paradox box was also lacking a little bit in my opinion. And then the latest one they've done, which was like Return to Battle City, I just think that's not great at all. But I think that the Battle City box specifically is one of the greatest products Konami's ever released. It was so good. Speed duel boxes are great. They could do Rush in the West with similar boxes. They could. I think it's a weird conversation to have, right? Because speed duels, or specifically the speed duel boxes that we've been getting, have been really, really good. With the caveat that it's always felt like, oh, we're going to give everyone kind of what they want because no one plays this anyway, so it's not going to make us any money. So it feels almost like we get everything or we were getting everything in a really pleasant way because they knew that they weren't going to sell it any other way. Which makes it feel a bit like the unloved stepchild. And I'm like... I guess Rush is kind of the unloved stepchild, really, but I like it. That would be really funny. He swapped our attack and defense. Let's swap them back. Oh, you can still kill it. He chose not to. He just chose not to attack it. Well, let us reveal to him our power. Pop, battle, swing, and a swing. Nice. When was the last speed boss? Yeah, August. It was... I looked through it, and I looked at the new skills that they gave us, and the new cards, and it was just super underwhelming, I think is the words I would use. I think the thing is, a lot of people were looking forward to going to 5Ds, or doing extra stuff from future seasons of GX, and then they went backwards. And then the new skills they gave us were a bit boring, and the new cards they gave us were a bit boring. So it ended up being like, huh. You think 5Ds will be next, or still a ways away? To be honest, speed has been struggling a lot in general. And I think if they have any more, like, big duds, I don't even know if they'll continue to support it, to be honest. Which is a shame, because it's their own fault they're having duds, right? It's not like the player base is just like, oh no, we're done with speed. No, there is a okay-sized player base for speed. It's just... they're not going to buy, like, bad product, right? This hand is crap. Did we summon Torn at attack mode? There is, like, no good... If we play it in defense, he almost definitely just dies. If we play him in attack, he has a chance to live, but we lose more life points. I think we will summon an attack. Like, there is a very slim chance this survives, but we're going to lose anyway if we don't, so... Yo, Sean! Welcome to the stream. Hey, that small chance for survival. Sparks is back again. What is it with bronze players using Sparks? Is this just the thing? Is it just the Wild West down here? We don't have a light. We could get one. I don't really see a need to. Question is, do we push for life point damage or not? I think I would rather... I think we always go for the... Right, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. We'll go for the Torna. Let's go for this one. 1200 attack. That's not anywhere near low enough. Although they all had high attack. That was actually the lowest attack monster he had, so... So since we got a lot of the speed boys in here, I actually was curious about what people's thoughts, now that it's been a few weeks, of the latest speed duel box. Because I think a lot of people had written Shadows off, right? But then they did perform very well in the Meta Weekly yesterday. I think Sue's ship has basically been relegated to meme, as has Winged Dragon of Ra. But Earth Machine seems to be doing alright. Constella, I feel like, was unbelievably popular at the start, and now has, like, not necessarily fallen off, but there is a lot less representation than there was. Right, let's activate this. Pitch this. Let's flip this up. 1400 again. Do we just Gamba? They could be really funny to Gamba. Constella? Or Coinstella? I think we're better off just maintaining this board. It's a bit boring, but I don't want to just give up the Torna. 2k Defender. Ooh. What is this guy on? Like, even for a pile deck, this is very strange. As a rush player, I don't know. Well, I like to keep track of things, right? Like, Constella was, like, very hyped up and very, very prominent, I would say, in events when the box first came out. I think it does help, though, that everyone likes Constella, right? I mean, who doesn't like Constella? I think the Constella cards look cool. Their playstyle is really cool. Their boss monsters were kind of very early. I say early. They were early-ish, like, decent cards, which had good effects. Being able to have interruption on your opponent's turn, especially early Yu-Gi-Oh! Without the form of trap cards, was not as easy. Why would you not summon Doriado first if you're going to flip attack and defense? Bang, bang, bang. Well, you can have that one. Goodbye, Torna. Can I have the wolf as well? You cannot have him. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Wow, okay. Those are cards. You know we got a Gamba. Let's go, Barrel Dragon. Let's see some heads. Ah. Well, we win anyway, so. 1, 2. Get rid of the high attack guy. And then we'll get in direct. Welcome to bronze. No! No! Don't want to be in bronze. I'm actually tempted to make another account just to play speed on. Because my main is kind of, you know... It's got all of my speed stuff on it, but it's now my main rush account, so... How many times you hit barrel effect? We have used it 2 times, and we have hit it 1 time. So, 50-50 so far. Which is fine, right? Still can't get over how good this soundtrack is from Guilty Gear. Like, fighting game soundtracks do not have to go this hard, but they did. Ooh. Okay. Guess we're just going to go on the defensive here. This is not a bad one. We'd like to have some back row to set, but this is fine. What deck would you want to build in speed? So, I am trying at the moment, on my main account, to build Earth Machines. I really like Earth Machines. On my alt account, I'm probably going to try and build Constella or Evil Swarm. Like, if I do make the fresh account. I just really like those decks again. But it's a weird one. I don't know if I should just try and play, like, meta, right? And then, like, try and compete and stuff. Or if I should just build the decks that I like. Because I think both of those things are fine. Like, I really like just playing fun decks in speed. But at the same time, I will happily, like, compete. That's a Barrel Dragon. We're always putting one of these bosses back in our deck. I won't need you for a bit. So we're going to put you back in? Or are we going to put you back in? Because if I keep you, you can fix my hand later. So I guess we'll take you out. We'll grab you. Now, again, we can't use the effect, but we have just gotten a high monster out of our hand. Now, the issue is going to be if he has Widespread Ruin, attacking here is going to be pretty catastrophic. But if he doesn't have Widespread Ruin, since he is on... God, I don't even know what he's on. He's got some Psychics in it, which means there's a high chance he does run... I think we have to attack here. As much as this could just be the wrong play, I think more often than not, it's the right play. Try Trains with Ancient Gears Machina all in one. It's awesome. I mean, I like all of those archetypes. The last time I played competitive, like actually physically went to a tournament and tried to top, was a regionals, and I played with Machina Gadgets. And again, this was during the Synchro era, right? So this was years and years and years and years ago. And I absolutely loved that deck. Now, I understand Machina, modern Machina, is not the same as Machina Gadgets. Machina Gadgets was a very simple deck, right? It was continuous gaining advantage, using good advantage 1-for-1 cards. But I still love it, and I still have a lot of nostalgia for it, like the old Fortress gear frame. And Citadel is such a cool card as well. I just love it so much. Trains is something I did play a little bit casually, as well as the Ancient Gears. The only one I didn't really play from the Earth Machine, like core, is Infinitrack. That's the only deck I never really touched. Yeah, I love Machina. One of the first structure decks I owned is the OG Machina. Yes, the OG. So I took a 6-month break from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Came back, and then bought 3 of the Machina structure deck, because my friend was like, oh, you should play. So I just bought 3 of that deck, jammed them all together, and then borrowed a few cards off some friends, and then I was like, okay, I'm playing with this. And then I came second place, lost out to X-Saber in the finals, to a close friend of mine, but... How'd you at the regional? Came second. But again, it's very different in the UK. It's not like an American regional. Okay, we summon. Giant Tortoise of Greed. Okay, well, we will use this. We'll pop this back row. We will go ahead and activate Silver Wolf. Then, do we just try and hold the Paku? I kind of want to hold the Paku. Mind you, do I have lethal? I could tribute these, get this out, and do 25. Or I could attack over it for 5, and then get in for 25, which is also still not lethal. So... yeah, I think we'll just hold the Paku. Which is very greedy. It's extremely greedy to hold Paku here. But I want to get greedy. Now we'll pass on that. Hello, how you doing? Hey, Bakura, we are doing great. We are currently in bronze on the spare account, the second account. Just grinding up with free-to-play machines, which does mean, again, that we do have access to Barrel Dragon, because I refuse to buy this bundle on my main account until a new box comes out, because I am not throwing away 1,000 gems just for this card when I can get more value for it later. That's the primary reason we're doing it. These are all cards. Alright, summon, activate the effect, grab this back. I got 1,500 right there. Which means this is just super game. Wow. Hello, Frigate. Yeah, we can show you the deck if you want. Our free-to-play deck. I mean, yeah, our other account is not free-to-play anymore. I like to say that I'm a free-to-play player, but yeah, our main account is no longer free-to-play. It has bought structure decks. Konami has forced their way into my wallet. There you go. This is the list we are currently playing. This is the way. Exactly. Exactly. So this deck is Barrel Dragon. He's crazy. He's insane. I do think I'm leaning more towards just Barrel Dragon is better than Summon Skull. Now, I do think Summon Skull is still good, but Barrel Dragon being able to pop occasionally is fantastic, and being 26 is extremely relevant. So I do think Barrel Dragon is better. I think that's where I'm leaning now. I think that's pretty much an open and shut book at this point, but Acebreaker, obviously we've only got 2 copies because we're free to play. We've got 1 Sevens Road, because again, we're free to play. This is just kind of filling space because we can only use machines and spellcasters. We've got the 2 Seahorses because Seahorse is great. It's a light. It gets cards back. It's fantastic. Torna to flip cards up. Again, probably wouldn't be on this card, but it does come up. Being able to change monster battle position is a good way to get your opponent's life points, because that's always been one of the weaknesses of this deck, is outside of hitting a Barrel Dragon, you don't really have any way to get your opponent's life points. Only 2 Ameagle, because again, we're limited. We got the 3 Silver Wolf, 3 Paku Paku Chu, the 3 All-Seeing White Tiger, the 2 Silver Fang, and the 2 Rage of the Beast as our Beast package. Again, some lights. Being able to weaken monsters is good. And not having to discard for Hammer Crush is really, really good. Quite often it does come up. We obviously got Shield and Sword. We're trying this out. Seems like in a lot of cases, this card just wins games. You can just slap it down and the game is over. It does feel a lot like Widespread Ruin in that regard, where sometimes you do just win the game when you resolve your legends, but that's a thing in Rush forever. So, you know, I thought Torna got removed from the Limit 3 ban list. So it was in the notes. Let's go back and have a look quick. So it was in here, but I don't know if they gave like a date it was happening, or if they've changed their mind, or... Let's have a look. Forbidden Limited... No, that's not useful. Is this it? So does it say when it's happening? 23rd of January. It's on the 23rd of January, so a week away. Torna will be no longer on the list. So, you know, but at the same time, if Torna wasn't Limit 3, I still don't think I would play it in this deck. It's a very strange one. Unless you can get mega value off Torna, most of the time it's completely useless. Right? Like, being able to change a monster to attack mode can just win you the game sometimes. It also can just not do a lot. We can't use, like, an SAR skill to boost it to 24, which does give it just so much more value. Change anything to defense and then attack over it, except the 2500 defender. It's a weird one. The weird one that I still think is strange is, why is Call of the Earthbound, or if that's what it's called, Call of the Grave, I don't know, the trap card that lets you redirect attacks, why is that still on Limit 3? Would you look at all these defense monsters? Oh, it's Acebreaker! This is really cool, though, to see a lot of people on ladder just playing the light machines. I do really like that. Well, this is not a very good going first hand. Let's see what happens here. Hello, Silent. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I thought it had already happened. Just goes to show I take certain parts of information, not the whole thing. I do exactly the same. I think that is a common trait among Yu-Gi-Oh players. We're really good at skimming cards or skimming text and finding keywords, but we never like get the whole package. Ooh, that's a pretty big punish. I mean, we couldn't have done anything about this anyway. And he's on double Rhino. Means he might be on triple Rhino. Although if he's free to play, he'll only have the 2. 2 back row behind the 25 as well. This is getting scary. Ooh, and he hits... I mean, yeah, he had a 66% chance to hit one that was going to do big damage. Unfortunately, our 14 is not big enough because he's got a big board. Draggy is still the top rush deck, right? Yeah. I mean... Yeah. If we want to deal with Rhino, so we don't get pierced anymore, we have to accept that we're going to get attacked directly because of Acebreaker. which does really stink. I think we're just going to have to go for it. So we can activate Paku Paku Chew, put All-Seeing White Tiger back, grab back All-Seeing White Tiger. So we have to set 2 monsters. I guess we're going to just do this now then. We'll go Seahorse. Activate Seahorse. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, that was a mistake. I just completely went on autopilot then, and autopilot just decided to completely backfire on me. For some reason I thought I could tribute this as well, but I'm just being really dumb. I suppose this does give me two attempts to kill it. That is something. But it now means we're going to take a crap ton of damage. Right, let's attack with this and see what he's got. With that delay, he's almost certainly got barrier. So I think we do just pass on that. I don't have any idea about this game mode. I just play the older one. This is tough, I think. Yeah, this is a rough situation. We did misplay a little bit, but this is definitely pretty rough. Yeah, Captain Grimm, I would say the best deck right now is Dragon Aggro with the Beast Engine. Which is basically just the best like good stuff pile you can make. Which is just Dragius, Ancient Arise Dragon, and then just a bunch of the Beast Engine to get those cards out quicker. Alright, we are dead here. There is no way we survive this turn. But, you know, we didn't draw any of our high levels, so we were never really going to be winning this either way. Are we actually alive? We are alive. Somehow, some way, we've managed to survive. Although I think we are way too far behind to come back. 2 boss monsters, 3 back row protecting them. That is an almost certain death sentence. Right, we go Paku Paku. Activate Paku Paku. Put Paku Paku back. And grab out White Tiger. We'll summon out Silver Wolf. Activate the effect. Ah, that was a pretty rough mill. I don't think I'm attacking over these anyway, so I don't think it matters. I'm going to pop this one. So I'm pretty sure one of these two is still a barrier. Because I think we have to do this. I think no matter what we do here, we're just cooked. Like, straight up. Ah, now there was something better we could have done there, right? We could have instead... We could have given the 1000 boost, but then we would have had a beast left in attack mode was the problem. That's what we didn't want to have. But I think it would have been better to just leave a beast in attack mode here. I mean, we've been on the back foot this entire game anyway. Really wish we got the Japanese art of shield and sword / sword and shield. The English looks so out of place. I don't know, it looks alright. It's a bit weird, but... The weird thing for me is these just look so low resolution. Like, just the attack and defense words. Yeah, he had another ace breaker anyway. Yeah, we were done no matter what here. Unfortunately... He saw his tribute monsters and we didn't see ours, and that's just what decided this game. We said we were going to lose some games down here, because again, it can just be like that. And we didn't see our high levels, so we lost. That's all it is. It's fine, we'll get him back next time. It'd be nice if we could run back into it, because it's always nice to like get a revenge match. It'd be nice if they could like incorporate that into like ladder games where you could be like, oh, someone beat me, I want like a revenge match against them, and like maybe it will like increase the likelihood you queue into them or something. I feel silly I invested into every box and structure for Rush Door but still haven't devoted any time to it. I mean, yeah, that's fine though. A lot of the cards that we've got are timeless to an extent, like they're all still going to be useful. like going forward. I mean, it depends obviously what skills we get and stuff, but it's like Ace Breaker still sees some play now, like not a ton. Like I don't want to pretend it's like a top tier meta threat that's always seeing a ton of play, but it is usually seen in like a side deck as a good out to like maximum monsters. We're just going to sit with Torna in hand is the question. Probably. I think I'm just waiting for it to become more developed rather than luck based on draws. The problem with that is the game does get more complex as it goes forward, but like any card game, it's still going to be luck dependent, right? Like even if you look back to like early Duel Links, or Duel Links even all the way up to like XZ's era, right? The decks weren't this super crazy consistent, always have the one card starter, like one card combo decks. That's just not what it was. There's still always going to be luck reliance, right? Now again, it does get more consistent as we go through, but like a card games by nature will never not have an RNG value to them, right? I can get a third to hand, which I guess is worth here. The issue is I can't use my Wild Beasts, which sucks, but I think we will use this. Sure, we'll reveal this. We will pop you back into the deck. Grab you out. We'll set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Go ahead and use the effect. Triple Tails. That's a bad omen. Alright, we'll tribute this. We get out Torna. Then we'll set. Go to battle. I mean, I guess we're swinging. See what he's got. Ooh, nothing. That's a good thing for me. And we'll pass on that. Yeah, I understand that, but in the current state, previous state so far, there's not enough development to create more strategic element, like Speed Duels, if that makes sense. Again, if you're trying to compare to Speed Duel, Rush Duel will never be that, right? Rush Duel will never... Like, you'll get to the point where you're doing lots of things in a turn, right? Oh, I'm going to summon this, its effect will let me draw some cards, then I'll tribute, and then I'll play this to get this back from the graveyard, then I'll summon it and use it soft once my turn effect again, to draw more cards, and then I'll do that and that and that. And you'll get things like that, but it will never be... Even the game now, like in modern Rush Duels, is not anywhere near what Speed is. So, like, I understand what you're saying, but it will take... I think you might be waiting a very long time to get what you're looking for. Right, let's go again. Just blast it off the field. Ah! Right, we'll activate this effect. We'll discard Kana. Split this up. And we'll set to... Set this in defense. Go to battle. I suppose I should have attacked with this one first to play around Recital. Oh, I see, that's a shame. So, the thing with Rush is it was supposed to be a reboot, right? The whole point is that it's supposed to be back to basics, which is how the game is now in Duel Links, right? In the same way that when Duel Links first came out, you know, Summon Axe Raider was a very strong move, right? You think about that now, and that's not going to do anything, right? It took 20 years. Wow, it took like 15 years for Yu-Gi-Oh! To get to the stage where, like, we're doing all these crazy combo turns. Like, we had to wait until the release of Pendulum Monsters, basically, for us to get to that, like, super combo-based level of play. And then, you know, some would argue it doesn't even get that crazy until Links come out. And if you think about it, we're only on, like, year 3 of Rush. So it's still in its infancy. Especially by comparison. Oh, it's so funny to do this. Yeah, I'd like my card back. Boop. Yeah, it makes sense when thinking like that. So the other thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very... Yu-Gi-Oh! Has developed very slowly. A lot of other card games like to throw stuff at the wall a lot more often. But I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes it a lot slower because of, like, releasing alongside anime. But I think it does work, because it gives it the time to breathe, right? I've always liked as well the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a constant legacy format, where we don't just, like, rotate out. I know a lot of people don't like that idea, and they'd rather play rotating games, but that's the thing. If you want a rotating card game, there are other games like that, right? You don't have to force that on Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not a great hand. That's a magic juggler. So is this someone that has, again, bought the structure deck? I tried Marvel Snap the other night. I was quite disappointed for all its hype. It's way too simplistic. I think it got that hype because it's simplistic. I think the most people that are playing Marvel Snap, like as a whole, are people looking for something very quick, very chill. Like there is some depth to it. There is a bit of thought to it, but it is easy to play, easy to grasp, hard to master sort of thing. Alright, I think we always try and clear. If he's got widespread, he's got widespread. The problem is we can't always be afraid of widespread, because otherwise you just passively do nothing and lose the game. He's got to have widespread, right? What other... like... what other card could activate here? I guess Shield and Sword? Or Sword and Shield even? Yeah, I guess widespread. Rotation is an illusion. Publishers always have the incentive to sell you new cards. Rotation is an illusion. That's an interesting way of putting that. I understand what you mean. It's just I don't know if I would phrase it like that. Rotation is clearly there to, you know, push sales more than anything else. Am I dead? Because my back row don't do anything. We might have just lost to widespread. Just straight up. Because now he does what? 35 plus 15? Then he only needs 1,000 attack and he's got game. But it's like, if I don't attack there, like what is my alternative? Sit there with a 7's road? Then he does this play anyway. Attacks over the 7's road with this 35. I still can't do anything about it. I mean, I can make them crash, I guess, with Sword and Shield. No, so we haven't used... oh, he can't use Ameagle Effect because he... well, he would have popped my Sword and Shield anyway, so apparently it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Well, we're probably... this is probably over, but our opponent has used up his widespread. So if we can get to some sort of board and stabilize, there is a chance. But again, we're so far behind. Again, this was literally... he went first, and he opened widespread, and now we're losing. And that was literally it. There wasn't any more to it than that. Alright, we'll reveal that we have this. Pop him back. I mean, there's not really anything interesting to do here, unfortunately. We don't have two beasts, so we can't use Silver Wolf, and we can't use Rage of the Beasts, which also means we can't use Rage of the Beasts. I mean, that means we just lost either way, right? Because he just attacks into this, and that's game. Our win con is that he just doesn't attack because he's afraid of our back row. That is our only win con now. There's no way he doesn't do that, though, right? He's just going to swing it. And he's in bronze. He don't give a shit. Yeah, unfortunately, we've just been getting a little bit unlucky in these games. I mean, what do you do when, again, you lose the coin flip so you go second and your opponent sets the widespread turn 1? That's basically an FTK. Oh my god, he's playing Dark Magician Girl. So again, our only win con here is that he doesn't attack. So as soon as he goes to battle phase, the game is over. Yeah. That's a shame. I'm wondering if we should put... Luck is the name of the format, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. You're not wrong. It's the problem that I've always had with Legend cards in general, is Legend cards are so powerful that... And because they're at 1 copy each, I think it's worse that they're at 1 than they're at 3. If they're at 3, you expect them. You attack expecting it to be there. And you also are likely to draw into your own to counter your opponent on the crackback. Because they're at 1, they just feel so sacky. It's just like, oh, I just drew my... I just drew my 1-of and you didn't, therefore I win the game. It's like... Okay, we've got new recruit. And some... God, emptied his whole hand as well. That's kind of scary. Ugh, I think that's the only one I didn't really want him to hit. Because now we don't have anything online. Getting out another one doesn't do anything. So I think we will flip Aim Eagle. I mean, flipping that doesn't actually accomplish anything, does it? So we will just tribute to. How greedy do you want to get a seahorse? I think I want to get greedy with it. Alright, now does he have the widespread ruin? No, this is a widespread ruin timing. Oh, it's Phantom Bind. That was a waste of time. I don't know why you flipped that over. Let me pass. I think what we might do, because we lent away from having the barrier in this deck because we were on Seven's Road Magician, but I might go back to putting it in just because having ways to protect our 25s is so important. Yeah, unfortunately neither of our group does anything here, so we now need to draw out of this. It shouldn't be too hard. See what we find. Ugh, apparently it's a little harder than we thought. Shield and Sword doesn't do anything here. I think we're better off just going full defensive here. Let me pass. The Tron monsters could add a ton of consistency next set. The Tron monsters. Off the top of my head, I cannot think what Tron monsters are. Oh, the Cyburst cards. Right. The problem with the Cyburst cards is they're kind of their own thing, right? In the same way you play like the Beast Engine, you would just replace that with the Cyburst monsters. And they're also very inconsistent in how they work. We will flip this over and just get rid of that. We need the back row space more than anything if we do draw something. Okay, that gets us places. So now we can flip this, we can flip this. We can activate Rage of the Beasts. And we'll pop that one. Nice snipe. Alright. Go Seahorse, activate Seahorse. Grab back Kana. Do we need a big boost? Probably don't. We'll go 1, 2. Summon. And we'll set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate Barrel Dragon. Target the set. That's a shame. We don't need to get super greedy here. I think we'll just set the Paku Paku. Go to battle. We'll swing in. He's going to have nothing that can stop this. So we just let this go. Again, he's just throwing away trap cards. Yeah, Atron, Femtron, you know, the Cyburst cards they're all very restricted in that they only work with Femtron. So unless we get like a skill to force Femtron into grave. Okay, it comes down to, are you lucky enough to see Femtron early? So if you don't see Femtron, the other cards don't really do anything. Oh, there goes Sword and Shield. Or Shield and Sword. Because that's the thing, they never really saw a ton of play, like those cards. Like, there was a little bit of a stint of playability in like a zombie build. And then obviously when they first came out, they were being played a lot. But outside of that, they never really saw much play in the physical game. And they were primarily played in decks where you want to like fill the graveyard up more than anything. For things like Ecdysis Caliglion or Shadow Ghoul. The cards that we really want are the things like Ship of the Seven Treasures, we want Trade In, and we want Charm of Saturn, I think it's called. Is that what its English name became? Something Saturn. We also want the Saturnius Orb, that's the one. And we also want to get cards like Mystic Dealer, but for the other types, because pretty much every type gets a Mystic Dealer, right? Just summon, discard, draw a card. Which is very important for just adding a little bit of extra consistency. This is not ideal. I guess it's fine. Can empty our whole hand. It's just, this would have been a really, really good going first hand. It is not a very good going second hand. Let's see what our opponent has for us. It's a Hammer Crush. Okay, he hits our Rage. That's kind of fine. Oh, second Hammer Crush. Again, we're going to lose Sword and Shield, but it doesn't really do anything for us right now. And he's just given up 4 cards. Okay, well you can't use that effect, so it's not really scary. Oh, we're against SAR. Okay. Interesting. Now these are cards. You do not have a 7, so I cannot use my Aim Eagle effect. I can, however, summon both of these out. The problem is, with no back row to protect them, it would be a bad idea to do so. So, the play is instead probably going to be... tribute these for this. Summon. We're going to flip this up. We're going to go battle. We're going to attack into this. And he's not going to have a widespread. That is why do people keep doing this? Why does everyone play Phantom Bind and use it at random times? Then we'll pass on that. Gotta love the moons in the background of all seeing White Tiger and Silver Fang. Okay, we're gonna probably, what, Tribute 2 for Seven's Road Magician? Nope, just go straight to battle, okay. I respect it, getting an extra body if his hand isn't any more normal summons, but then what would your hand be? This has got to be normal summons, which means summoning this out was just bad. Very strange indeed. Unfortunately, we don't have like a big, awesome play we can do. We can do lots of little plays, which are fine. I want to do like a big, awesome play, though. I guess we'll get Kana back. Will I take the effect? Take back Kana. But I'm going to go for... We probably don't need to go for this, but... I do want it. Then here... We'll set. Activate the effect of Barrel Dragon. Target the set. We will never hit this card ever again, apparently. Then here we will activate Icebreaker. Because I do just kind of want this whole board gone. Oh, I should have set that. That was moving silly. We were just clicking too quick. So you caved and got the Barrel Dragon bundle, huh? No, this is the second account, Waltz. We have not caved at all. Oh, I wanted that card gone. Damn it. That's why this is our free-to-play version of this deck. Okay, we're going to use Rice Terror Secure. There's the Torna, which does get you full combo. So now you tribute Rice Terror Secure for a different level 6. No, we just go straight into the SRM. You must have another level 6 though, right? Otherwise, why wouldn't you discard the Torna? Just have a set? Ugh. You could have gone Torna, boosted with SAR, attacked over that, and attacked over that. Very strange. Okay. I mean... Yes, we'll use our skill. Reveal we have this. We'll put you back. Grab you. Use your effect. Summon out you. Normal. Change to attack. Set 1. Set 2. Go to battle. Boosh. Oh, nice. Nicey, nicey. Yeah, I think this has got to be the best free-to-play deck now, right? Like, right across isn't even free-to-play, so we don't count that. Vault Condor was never really good. Like, everyone was kind of hoping it was going to be good, but even with that skill, it did not make it playable, not realistically. Other than that, it would just be, what, like, good stuff pile, which is also probably still fine. Like, just, like, go through the box one time, have, like, one Dragius, one copy of Seven's Road, one Yami Ruler, etc., etc. That's probably also still fine. Oh no. Oh no. We're stuck in limbo. Well, let's close that down and go again. Thanks, Duel Links. And it's not saved our settings. God damn it, Duel Links. Konami. our background music still off? We've got to check that in a sec. If this will ever stop being a pain in the butt. Okay, BGM is still off. We're fine. Alright, let's hop in for a little bit more rush. Then we might be swapping over to speed soon. I do really want to play some more Fluffals. Let's see what our opponent has for us. There's going to be another... Wait a minute. That's a gold 5? Why are we queuing into a gold 5? Okay. We set. As much as this sucks because we're against specifically Roa, I'm going to summon both these in attack mode. I think it would have been better to set both of them because they do have 16 defense. But this only really gets punished by exactly heavy metal. So let's see if he heavy metals us turn 1. Hammer Crush deal, which means this is probably just Dragon aggro. This is looking more and more like Dragon aggro. That's not Dragon aggro. Okay, so you trade your whole board to out both of these and do a little bit of damage. And I know what your back row is, so I don't have to be scared of it. And there is an out. We only have one beast in grave, so Pikachu is not live, unfortunately. Well, we'll use Aim Eagle. Send both. I guess to not be greedy, we will set the Paku. I think it's so greedy to leave it in hand. We'll pass on that. Played a 40 card deck as well. There's the Hammer Crush, which we knew was there. Now he's going to pop our Sword and Shield. Gets rid of the other Hammer Crush. Summons the all-seeing white tiger. Goes after our Paku. That's fine. That's unfortunate. I'd really like to hit this back row, but now I can't. Right, did he draw the widespread? He did not. Swing him with this. Then we'll pass. Now this is a pretty scary board. Let's see what he's got for us. Gyro Jackal into Motor Wolf. Uses Rage of the Beasts. Does hit our shield and sword, which again is fine. Tributes 2 to summon out Catapult Kong. We can pop our defense monster that we don't care about. I think I'd rather this was gone and this was gone than neither of them were gone. And then yeah, we'll just widespread ruin you as well for fun. And that's how we beat a gold 5 player. Just have widespread. Easy, right? My man climbing with beast gears. I respect that though. I respect the beast gear climb. Right, we'll play 1 or 2 more, and then I think we'll probably swap over and jam some speed. I do really... It's really weird how speed just, like... It seems so appealing so much. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love Rush as well, right? Rush has always been my primary focus, but speed is so much fun. Makes me wonder why I ever fell off it back in, what was it, like Synchro or XE's era. I think it was Konami's grubby little hands that turned me off last time. Okay, Dark Sork. This could be anything still. SAR, this could be the machine deck still. But probably SAR. Okay, so we did open this combo, which this is so punishable if I have a tribute monster. So if we can draw one, we shut this guy down so hard. But if we don't, he gets away with doing this for free, and he just gets to pop off. Okay, but we can now punish. The question becomes, how do we want to approach this? Because his back row could also just protect him, which would suck. But there's not really anything we can do about that. We can't really play around the back row. I think we always just set everything else, so we will summon. Summon Paku Paku. We'll activate the effect of Aim Eagle. Get rid of both. Summon out as a 35. This plays around every back row except Widespread Ruin. But we can't play around Widespread Ruin. And then we're fine. Okay, that's what he's got. He's already gone through 2 SRMs. He's only turn 3, so he's on SAR. Okay, there's Recovery Force to get them back, but he still is not on turn 4, so he cannot add one to hand. So he has to have already drawn into one, or draw into one right now. Which would be a little bit lucky. Okay, Thunder the Thunder's fine. He still needs another level 6 and SAR to break this. Which he's probably got, but... Right, there's the other 6. Now we can use SAR to boost its attack up. Both of my defense monsters have good attack, so we're not going to take a crap ton of damage here. Goes to the SAR. Means he can now attack over Tough Striker. Ah, another back row is what scares me. Ugh, 2 of them. Okay. And we get to keep a body, which is not bad. Like, as long as we don't draw a Paku Pakuchu and get punished for having a body left. Okay, we have a couple of options. Do we go for... I think we have to go for summoning as many bodies as possible, no matter what, right? I can get at both of the guys in my hand. I think we have to go for that. It means getting rid of the... thingy, though. The trap card. So we can flip this, normal this, activate this. We will weaken Witch. Then we'll tribute 1, 2. Activate Barrel Dragon. Maybe it'll land this time. Nope. Never lands. It's what, 1 and 6 now, I think? Tribute 2. Summon out the Ace Breaker. Swing into this. Swing into this. And then we pass. Now, the only issue with this is just drawing a single copy of Seven's Road Witch outs this entire board. Which really sucks. But that is the strength of Seven's Axel Road. And he's playing the bad version of it as well, which is really sad. Especially if we lose to it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, puts all 6s back in. We just need him to not to have Witch. Witch is the only one that we desperately want him not to have. The only one we wanted not to have. Okay, yeah, that outs our entire board, and we take a chunk of damage. Okay, what's left in our deck? We still have 2 of our machine boss monsters, and we have a 7's Red Magician of our own. Ah, and he tributed that one away as well. That was our win con, was get a 3,500 attack over that. Now we have to get a bit more creative, and we have to not brick. Especially because he's got Tawna, so he can now get our defense mid monsters. He's got like the perfect setup here. If that's a widespread, this is absolutely perfect for him. We have used both of our aim eagles, haven't we? That's a shame. Alright, we summon, use the effect of Seahorse Carrier to get this back, I guess. Then we summon it out. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. This is where things get funky, because do I attack over this, which can just game me if he gets up to more attack, or do I attack over this, which the back row could easier protect, but it's going to clear me either way. I think we have to attack this, which feels really gross. Tawna is such a hard card for us to out, especially when we're playing low attack monsters like Kana. Okay, goes for dealer. Another Tawna, bro. That's just game. That is just game. Oh. Now it's not game. He hit the wrong one. How much is this? This is 11 plus 11. So we're taking 22. 23. If it goes down to 16, and we find 7's Row Magician, our 7's Row can go up to 33? Which would be lethal. So all we have to do is find 7's Row Magician and we win. There's the 11, and there'll be the 12. Alright, we just need to find 7's Row Magician. And that is unfortunately going to be the game. That's a shame. Oh, that is a shame. I feel like we had the advantage there. We just needed to find the 7's Road, and we... Like, that's what we mean. If we just have the 7's Road there, we do just win the game. But alright, let's take a look at our deck quick. Is there any tweaks we want to make to this? I do like the idea of having the barriers in here. It's a bit funky with Tawna and with 7's Road Magician. I don't think we can really change any of the rest of the main deck, like the monsters, in terms of... The issue with putting this in is it suddenly does make a bit of a void. Sword and Shield is... Again, our monsters don't have great defense outside of Barrel Dragon, so we might take that out. Overall, Sword and Shield hasn't been doing much for us, so I think we will just take it out for now. But this is probably a good point anyway to swap over and play some speed. That's what I kind of want to do. That's kind of what we're feeling right now. So we'll swap over our accounts. Because the Fluffals, they have been a cooling. So we will boot up our other account real quick. And then we'll see if we can climb any further. I can't remember if we got to Plat last time or not. Let's take a gander at where we got to. Alright. Let us go to Arcby. And then we'll hop in and play a little bit of speed. Just a little bit of speed. Just a little bit of speed. We got to gold 7, so we haven't actually ranked up yet. So we were on the precipice of entering Plat, which is what we really want to hit. We really want to get into Plat. Getting more ranked rewards is always really fun, as well as playing against a lot of the stronger decks. So let's see who our first opponent's going to be. Gold 1. Yugi Moto. Okay, let's see what he's on. We do win the coin toss. And he is on his rank up to gold 2. Okay. Well, this is a hand, isn't it? But we always have to do this. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have a play, so it's just a set pass. Draw one card. Once returns curse type attack, you can target one spellcast monster in your graveyard, accept it, special summon it, then change the attack target to it. Okay. Well, you did manage to hit my Orcus card. Orchestrate Protect. Oh, these are very strange draws we've been getting. Question is, what are we doing with that? I mean, I can always put that back into my deck with its effect, so I think we will start with Orchestrate Return. We'll put Nightmare Engrave. He has a response. Alright, there's Toy Vendor. Toy Vendor effect, we'll send Skeleton. Then we will special Dog. Dog effect. This gets us wings like a normal summon. Sheep gets me to thingy. I think we take sheep. So a special summon sheep. Activate sheep. Dog back in hand. This brings back chain. Then we're going to go into Nightmare Phoenix, I think. Phoenix effect, discard dog. Pop this. And we will use chain. Magician's Nav. Okay, we force this out now. And we'll grab Frightful Fusion. Next up, we will drop the Frightful Fusion. Go into Tiger by getting rid of 1, 2, 3. Summon out Tiger. Use Tiger effect. Now, what does this specifically do? Yeah. Then we'll summon. Guess we're just going to battle here. Like, he shouldn't have anything to protect him from this. It'd just be Kite Roid. Nice. Now, considering we started out as a brick, that went very, very well. To be fair, again, our opponent was playing like a weird dark magician with the fruit magician girls. But, you know, a win is a win. We take those. We always take those. We always take the wins. Right, let's see if we can't get into plat. We should be able to get into plat today, right? Shouldn't be too difficult. Even if we are playing completely off meta. Oh, Soul Burner. It's a potential Salamangreat. Rise from the Valley of Flames. What are these hands that we've been getting? Like, what is this? Alright, we go Fluffal Dog. Because, I mean, what else do we do with this hand? What do we do with this hand? Like, where does this get us? Getting Edge Sabers doesn't get us anywhere. That doesn't do anything, that doesn't do anything. We can get out a second body that doesn't accomplish anything. I guess we just take Bear. Activate Bear. Then I think we're just going to fire this off, because we're better off having Dog in Graveyard than in our hand. Harp does get us going. So we go Harp into Nightmare. Then we'll go into Galatea. I'll activate Galatea here. Put this back. And we'll set the Babel. Then I can activate Nightmare. Boost up Galatea. Then send to grave. I've already used you. Sending you doesn't get me anything right now. So I'm just taking World Wand. That feels bad though. No, it should be fine. We can set up during our opponent's turn. Right, we'll activate World Wand. Grab out Nightmare. So now we can Link Climb if we want. Which is probably the play. The only problem with Link Climbing... No, it doesn't make much difference, right? No, it kind of does. Going into this doesn't get us anywhere. Okay, we'll do this. Because we do need him in the grave. And then Longius, who comes out. We can activate Babel. Now we can overlay if we want, but it gets a little bit tricky because I kind of want him in rotation either way, so I think we will. So we'll overlay into Ding. Pop him back here. And then attach World Wand. And then we'll just pass on this. Now there's probably a much better way to do this, but again, we've always got a D-Rust. These are still our warm-up games. Level Limit Area B. Well, that does nothing. Ending his turn, is he? Well, we'll use Nightmare here. Give Ding the attack, and then send to Graveyard Harp Horror. We're going to activate Harp Horror. And bring out Symbol Skeleton. We'll summon out Dog. Activate Dog effect. He's thinking about something here. Alright, we will just happily grab Edge Sabers here. Then we will activate our effect. Our skill. to send Edge of Sabers to grave, and then send Edge of Chain to grave. Then we're going to link off into probably just Phoenix, right? We don't need to do anything fancy here. Nightmare Phoenix, Phoenix effect. Discard. Get rid of this. Then we can Symbol Skeleton. Bring back Ding. Ding effect. We will send Level Limit to the grave. And then that should just be lethal. But because we can play around Kiteroid, we should play around Kiteroid. So we will summon out Frightfur Wolf. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Into the wolf. And that will be the game. That's the thing, you always play around Kiteroid, you never know. You never know when your opponent's got Kiteroid. We've got to be close to that rank up game now. We've got to be. Give me that plat. We want that plat. Chinese Marik player. Now this could be Winged Dragon of Ra. Am I going second? Second might be better for us against this deck. Oh, this is a hand. Is this hand good? This hand has potential, but it's going to depend what we draw. It's going to depend what we get. We can just go into a Fluffal Wings play, or we can do a Vendor into Vendor play. S-Force? Okay. I haven't played against S-Force ever before, so this will be an interesting one. What's the same column as your S-Force monsters? Can only attack the monster that monster attacks. Effect, you banish one S-Force card from your hand. Return this card to the hand if you use for an S-Force monster in your deck in defense position. Okay. Same column as your S-Force monsters. It's banished what leaves the field. This card is normal special summoned. You can add an S-Force card from your deck to your hand. And we added Close Call, target, face-up cards. Your opponent controls up to the S-Force monsters you control with different names returned to the hand. Okay, so he's got a lot of annoying cards is what you're telling me. So do we go for the double? I think we always start with Orchestrated Return, right? I think that's always the open here. See what we've got. Those are annoying draws. We can't do a full wombo no matter what we do here, so I have to get Fluffal Bear into grave. Okay, then activate it. Lots of words. Exactly, Lego. Too much reading for my little brain. Activate Toy Vendor. We will just be pitching wings here. We just need to not hit Frightfur Fusion. Okay, that's fine. We will be summoning, but it's going to be Orcust Harp Horror. Next up, we can activate wings. They're getting rid of it and bear. Yes, I would like to draw some more cards. And we will use the effect of Toy Vendor. And I think here we do just take Dog. Next thing we're going to do is activate our skill, Edge and Persist. This will let us send Chain and Sabers to grave. Then we'll summon out Dog. Use the effect of Dog. We'll add this. That's fine. Now, where do we want to go from here? We can try and just pop a back row. Or we can try and go full combo against this man. Let's special summon Sheep next. Oh, does this negate the effect? Why can't I use this effect? What have I done wrong? I'm confused. Why can't I use Sheep effect? I have a target in Graveyard. I have a target on board. I don't understand. Why can't I use Sheep effect? What is stopping me here? I haven't used any Orcust effects yet. I'm very confused. I really do not understand why I can't do that. It's kind of the linchpin of my strategy and I can't do it. I'm not trying to banish it. I'm just trying to move this off. Oh, because it would banish so it can't fulfill the requirement. Right. Right. That's annoying. In which case, let's go for something silly. I mean, we're probably lost because we've lost too much time here thinking about that. Or trying to work out what was wrong. But let's go for this. We'll go into Galatea. Hello, Bismuth. We are struggling currently to play Fluffals. Why can't I use his effect? Oh, because I'm going to go Graveyard. That makes sense. Oh, that one actually does make a ton of sense to me. So next up, I guess I'm going to go Heart Horror. Bring out Symbol Skeleton. Then I guess we will use Galatea here. Pop this back. We're going to lose to the timer. So I can already tell you we have lost to this timer. Okay. Now we can activate this. Activate the effect. We will get rid of... Probably don't need you anymore, realistically. We can special summon only our Orcust monster. We can activate this. I'll activate you. Put you to the top. Summon you out in defense. We'll go 1, 2. Summon this. Activate the effect. Get rid of bear. Get rid of this annoying thing. Icebreaker, new meta deck or not? I think it is very good. I think, is it going to be like the best deck? Probably not. But is it good? Yes. It's definitely like at least a tier 2 deck. Is kind of where I'm putting it right now. Alright. Unfortunately, we just do not have time to finish up the plays. Yeah, we're out of time. I had too much reading to do against this deck because I've never played against it before. Ah, well. Again, we're still getting used to this, so it will take us a while. Losing to timer bosses is all part of the game. The problem there was he basically just set up a bunch of floodgates, and we had to, like, really try and work out how to deal with them. I didn't think that just basically setting up macrocosmos would, like, hurt us that bad, but Jesus. At least now you know more about the deck. Yeah. The problem that we had there was he had a card down which basically said any cards of mine that are opposite a S-Force monster get banished when they leave the field, which means I couldn't resolve my effects to basically be able to win the game. Ah, it's Eternal Bond as well. Hate Eternal Bond. Okay, we take those. I'm guessing he bricked. It's the issue with the Floodgate decks, right? Because I can out pretty much anything with this deck. I just need to be able to, like, play, right? I need to be able to link off. I need to be able to use my effects. Hey, Max. Good to see you too. This is a hand, isn't it? This is a really, really bad hand. Well, we can put you and you in grave. We can summon Harp. We can Sabers, put this back on top. Get this out. We can go Galatea. We can then Harp into Nightmare. Then I guess we use Galatea here. We'll go Babble. Then we're going to go into probably Long here. Wait, no, I don't want Long, right? I can go into Decode. We go 1, 2. Quad Climber Fluffals, yes, that is the plan. We're going to see how high we can get. Well, I don't know. It depends if another Rush product comes out. Like, then obviously we'll probably be swapping back over to Rush for ages, but... We go Nightmare to boost Decode. To the graveyard we send Symbol. We activate Symbol. Bring back Galatea. Then we overlay into Ding. And then we attach Symbol Skeleton. Activate Babble. And we pass. I want to get 3 copies of a card, but they are level up rewards. What a pain. I mean, level up rewards at least means they're easy to get. They just take time, right? They're guaranteed to get them, which is better than like going into a pack and basically being like, well, I have to spend gem, spend gem, spend gem, nothing, nothing, nothing. So swings and roundabouts a little bit. Fair, fair. I'm saving up gems right now. I finished Cosmo and almost done with Tenyi as well. Need only 2 cards for the deck to complete. Nice. Tenyi is a very... I don't know if I think Tenyi's fun or boring. Like, some of the stuff it does is very fun. Some of the stuff it does is a bit, you know, oh, it's normal monster spam. At least, you know, their extra deck is kind of boring, I think. But other than that, I do quite like the deck. I do like a lot of the cards in it, like the shooter. Monster summoned, you can target 1 card of the field and destroy it. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster. Okay. Just a shame they are at level 40 and 45. Yeah, that's always going to be a grind. Good gems, though. Do we negate and pop? I don't think we do, right? We don't have to. We can just use Dingirsu and protect. Tenyi is combo focused deck, so to me it's at least pretty fun, but yeah, extra deck I wish was a bit better. Yeah, this Tenyi is so strong, right? Like, it's almost oppressively strong, like how good Tenyi is. But I mean, you read the cards and it's completely makes sense why, right? Hopefully we get an extra deck size this year from 8 to 9. I don't know if I want a bigger deck, extra deck. Noob Garisa, you take that back, Gold. You take that back. No, I do really like the Orcus cards, and I do really like Fluffals, but I get that people probably got a little bit sick of Dingirsu. During a main phase, normal summon, one level, just two normal summon set. You go during a turn, physical you control to hand. You can draw one card. Okay. So using this effect, target one light monster you control, trip it. If you do special level 7 dragon monster from your hand, banish it with the graveyard, target one level 7 dragon monster you control, gets 1,000 attack to the end of your opponent's next turn. That's not a quick effect. Okay. We're getting a new world this year. There's a big chance some decks need it. Don't think so. Even Konami is adding extra deck slots through skills like Mayakashi. It's assigned 8 slots is the final size. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Is I don't think it necessarily benefits the game. I feel like putting in a ton more deck slots, like if we went all the way up to 15, for example, or even 10, it'll turn into being able to just play a lot of generically good cards rather than the cards that are specifically required for your deck to function. And I think that's what they're trying to steer away from, right? They want people playing anime decks. They want people playing archetypes. They don't want these like generic good stuff cards. I mean, already we're seeing things like Nightmare Phoenix, right? And Unicorn and just Nightmares in general, which are just generic good stuff splashables. Yeah, but anime decks can... Oh, there he goes. Anime decks can just have skills that give them extra slots, right? Alright, let's do this. I realized my mistake. I thought Dingirsu was in the graveyard. He is not. How much do I get? Oh, I guess I don't lose the game now, unless he's got something else. I don't really know Starry Night, so... Wait, could he just keep doing that? Until the end phase. Oh, I should have read these cards. I mean, I'm dead anyway. Oh, I'm not dead. I really should have read these cards, though. Do we have... We have no Fluffals in Grave. Normaling that doesn't get me anywhere. Normaling it doesn't do anything at all, right? What effects do we have to activate in Grave? It's just him. So I think we just have to go Toy Vendor, Prey. What we need is not that. That was the absolute worst card that could have been. Yeah, I think that's just game. Oh, again, we're learning. We're learning stuff about these decks. Again, that was our first time playing against Starry Night. It was very annoying because we set up, like, can't be destroyed and targeted negate, and he just didn't do anything. He just didn't target, didn't destroy, got around us very, very easily. But now that we know that you can do that, we need to be better at getting Ding into the graveyard for that matchup. A lot of skill noob decks though. Nightmare Goblin Wen, level my skill noob decks. So you're playing Fluffal Orcus. Yes, we are playing Fluffal Orcus. Mixed Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, decent decks. I mean, that's part of the appeal though, right? Like, a big part of Duel Links is getting that nostalgia factor. And a lot of the Yugi boomers are going to want to be playing their Dark Magician, their Red Eyes, their Blue Eyes. And the appeal of those decks is that they should be easy to play. The problem comes in is if those easy to play decks are very, very, very strong. If that's the case, then the whole meta goes upended, right? Because then all the good players are also playing these boring, easy decks. Depends if we get it. I personally think this year we will get extra deck slot. We didn't get one last year. I mean, yeah, if we... I'm not going to be, like, upset if we get an extra deck slot, obviously. I think it would be interesting to see if we do. I don't think we will. We'll have to wait and see. Man, we're doing a big learning day today. It's funny, right? I feel like if we play against... I guess Starry Night is kind of meta. So I should really know what it does. But, like, I feel like Starry Night is just on that, like, fringe of, like, really good playable rogue deck. Like, it's not quite like a tiered deck, right? Trying to make my tier 0 gem deck for Rush Duel. Oh, my next... not tier 0. Next 0 gem deck for Rush Duel. Gonna go Beast Warriors. Beast Warriors, I think, will be a bit of a struggle streak. Without a lot of their more powerful cards, it is a bit more difficult to get them going. Alright, let's start with Bear. Let's see what he does. Right, we'll activate Toy Vendor. We'll activate Toy Vendor. And then... I kind of want Wings. Right, I need to get Sabers. Sabers is necessary, so we'll take Sabers. We'll then activate Edge and Persist. Send this and this. Summon out Dog. Dog effect gets us almost certainly just Sheep here, right? As much as I'd really like to take Wings. Wings is more fun. Do we just take the Wings and gamble? Right, this gets us to it anyway. Yeah, Wings is always the correct play. That's me just being silly. Go Toy Vendor. Activate the effect of Toy Vendor. Discard Wings. That's also a really good hit. Because now we can go Wings, get rid of Bear. Draw another card. And then... Oh, that's also 2 fantastic draws. God, we're so good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, next thing we're going to do is go straight into Special Summon Sheep, because we want to get our spell out of our deck now before we draw into it and lose value. So welcome back, Chain. Then we'll activate Harp. Bring out Symbol Skeleton. We'll go straight into Galatea here. Trigger Chain. Which does get us Frightful Fusion. Then we go Return. Send Nightmare, draw 2. Now the world is our oyster. Oh, what do we want to do? We have so many different things we can do. So many activities. Probably go 1, 2. Into Long. We will activate the effect of Symbol. And bring back Galatea. We're going to overlay Galatea into Ding. Then we will send Shien. Then we'll go ahead and activate Frightful Fusion. It's only a 2 material. Go Wolf. Go Wolf. Go Ding. Oh yeah, I know, lol. Starry is rogue at best, but against dark themed decks they're very strong. That's why it's going to be fun to try. Noodle Ninja level 3 Beatdown is my favorite Rush Duel deck with Triple Trio. I do think Noodle Ninjas are very fun. Noodle Ninjas feel like they get to pop off like 1 in every 3 games, and when they do, they win so hard. But like, they lack a lot of the just consistency of having high attack monsters. That's why I love them. Oh yeah. I mean, they do get good as well. Like, they actually become like a really strong... They never really get super tiered. Like, they kind of become like a low tier 2 / like tier 3 deck, maybe for a bit. But it all comes down to their fusions. Because they get decent fusions that have okay effects, that have the ability to like draw you cards and gain advantage. They're like good at fixing your hand and stuff. That's a lot of Triomid cards. Cannot be set, must be summoned. Cannot be summoned any other way. If face up Triomid card you control. Yes, hello, wings. Accept Sphinx for battle card effects for summon this card from your hand. While you control another Triomid card, go to attack for each filter, a different name in your graveyard. Okay, so if I just pop that, it's fine. Triomid monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Fight one Triomid monster in your graveyard, add to your hand. Alright, so I just pop the spell, then I pop the monster. Okay. Seems simple enough. Edge and persist. Send this. We send this. We normal dog. Dog effect. We grab... I think we always just take sheep here. Special sheep. Sheep effect. Dog back to hand. Bring back chain. Go into Phoenix. Phoenix effect. We discard Orcust. And then use Edge of Chain. We need maximum before poly, at least based on anime timeline. Yeah, I mean, we're expecting that. I actually want a little... I want one more set before maximums, personally. I would like it if we could get Nail, and Nail will bring a skill that gives a maximum, but we don't get any other maximums. But that's after the next main set. That would be my ideal. Now I just, like, kill you, right? Is there even any, like, thought required for the rest of this? I guess I should have done this a different way around. Send this to grave. Because now that does make this a little bit weaker. Because if we do hit a Fluffal here now, yeah, we just can't summon off of it. That's fine. Does get us to another dog. Can activate bear. We can activate. Use the effect. Send another bear. Would have been 2 summons, but that's, again, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go harp into symbol. We'll then go Galatea. Literally don't need anything else, do we? We'll go Sabers. Pop this back on top. Set this. Then we're going to go into long. Then we will use symbol. Back into Galatea. Into Ding. Ding effect, send to grave. Right for fusion. Which again, we don't actually need to do this, but because he has no cards in his hand, but usually this would be our play around for Kiteroid. We'll just go back. We don't want to like waste any more of this guy's time. Swing, swing. At least, basically, yeah. It's a weird one. So, for Rush Duels, the next mechanic should be maximums, right? Which is almost certainly going to be what we get. We're going to get maximums sooner rather than later. And when we do get the maximums, that's going to be cool. Maximums are kind of a meme sort of thing at the start, but with a good skill, they could be very, very strong. And also 30 card decks means the deck should be a lot more consistent. But not long after maximums, fusions do get introduced. And this starts off not with polymerization. So this starts off with a spell card, a new spell card called Fusion. And Fusion is polymerization, except you can only fuse using monsters on the field. Now, that becomes a bit of a problem when you have to tribute summon out fusion material, because what that now means is you might have to normal summon, tribute both to get out a 2 tribute monster, so that's now 3 cards used from hand, normal summon a non-tribute monster, and then polymerization, or the fusion spell, to fuse them all together, so it can take a whole hand of cards just to get out 1 fusion monster. And some of the fusion monsters are really, really good. Some of them are not worth the investment, so it is a bit wonky. We don't have many outs to Yggdrago right now, or I'm wrong. So we don't. We do not have many good outs to Yggdrago. Basically, right now, I guess Ace Breaker is probably the best card to deal with it. The main way to deal with maximums in general is to either have monster destruction effects that aren't traps, because almost every maximum has trap protection, or weaken the opponents. Typically, so you can boost your own attack over 4,000 or 3,500, depending on which maximum it is. But typically, we run cards that weaken our opponent's monsters. So think like Thunder the Thunderbot on steroids. With this card, there's a really good spell card called Talismanic Seal Array, which can reduce your opponent's monster's attack by its level times 200. So all maximums are level 10, so they lose 2,000 attack, which is really good to attack over them. Dragons and Fiends are strong. They are the best types in Rush Duel Links. I mean, almost certainly. Maybe you can now throw machines in there, because machines are performing quite well. Warriors are also fantastic, to be fair. Like, in some situations, I would say Warriors are better than Fiends. I think it depends on who's playing, what the environment is, because Warriors can be extremely oppressive in the right hands. But yeah, basically, I think it's the main reason maximums never really took off in the physical game, at least at the very, very start, was because you would have a lot of games where you just couldn't maximum summon. And if you go 1 or 2 turns without maximum summoning and just having to like either hold on to your maximum pieces in your hand or set them so they go to the graveyard, either way, it really sets you back. But again, with a good skill to help you set maximum summon, and again, having 10 less cards in your deck, thus making the deck more consistent, maximums could be very, very strong in Duel Links at release. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Fiends have strong support. Yes, Fiends right now do have strong support, but so do Warriors, right? So do Dragons. I guess Dragons don't really have strong support. It's just a load of their boss monsters are good. I mean, I guess you could say the same about Fiends, right? Secret password. Add a Life Twin or Evil Twin spellcraft move that to your hand. Evil Twin move that to your hand instead. Okay. So we're using pink. Bring back. Link blue. Letting you summon maximum early game with skills will be the other way around. Maybe from turn 4 onwards. The only problem I have with... So, Magnum Overlord is the machine maximum, the very first one that we get. And it is very powerful in the sense that it can OTK your opponent, because it gains attack based on your opponent's level of their monster and the difference in your life points. So I was debating, maybe there's a way that you can, like, the next 3 cards you draw will be all 3 of your maximum pieces if your life points are at a certain threshold. But then that plays into the strategy anyway of just trying to FTK your opponent, or not FTK, OTK your opponent. It's very awkward. Right, Edge and Persist. Dump this, we dump this, which just gets him into graveyard, nothing else really matters there. We always summon Dog. Dog effect. Realistically, am I just taking Veiler. Bro. Alright. Okay. We'll activate Sabers here. One, two. Into Phoenix. Phoenix effect. Pops back row. Another Veiler! Man, open double Veiler, full life twin combo. Jesus, okay. Alright, let's force some stuff out then. Let's go Frightful Fusion. Now, do we pop the back row is the question. I think we always go for the back row, right? The problem is I don't know which one of these is best to hit. We'll force this one out, I guess. And Droplet! He had both of these. 2 Veiler and a Droplet. Jesus, how much negate does one man want? Bro, I just want to play the game. Alright, Harp Horror. Can we play through 3 negates is the new question. How good is Yggdrago? Nails Ace. So the monster itself is fine. It's got a decent amount of attack in 4,000. It can change your opponent's defense monsters to attack, which gives it a way to get your opponent's life points, which is very important for a maximum deck. Guess we do this and this, right? Into Galatea. Uses that, summons that, gets the pop. Use Nightmare to boost this. It's always Skeleton, right? I think it's always Skeleton here. Bring back Galatea again. Galatea effect. I don't think we want Skeleton back in the deck. Grab Babel. We can activate this. Overlay into Ding. I guess it can be deck here as well. I think we are going to attach. Because I need Symbol Skeleton back in rotation. Okay. So that was us playing through 3 negates. Let's see what else he's got for us. We've got people started wailing on Forbidden Droplet. I mean, again, in some decks, it's really strong. Okay, well, any normal was like full combo again, so let's see what he's got. But yeah, like I say, the maximum monsters are decent. The problem always was consistency, right? The inability to get them out regularly meant that they bombed in tournaments. They just didn't perform. Like Live Twins, exactly. Let's just protect my boy. jump them off into another. We'll go for unicorn to spin. Okay. Okay. I see you. Okay. Where do you go with that, though? Yes? Okay. We'll take that. Oh, man. Obviously, he didn't have much in the way of, like, follow-up, but I am so happy we got negated 3 times and managed to play through that. That felt like good Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, again, to the king of games speed players in the chat, that might have looked a bit mundane. That was very impressive to me. I'm chuffed with myself. Weevil Underwood. Whenever Weevil is about, it's never going to be a fun time. What's going on, Weevil? What skill are we on? Life point boost alpha. Okay, so it doesn't matter then. This could have been anyone. That's another thing I don't like. I really don't like how life point boost alpha and... What was the other skill? The one that just gives you some extra life points. It was like, something of the heroes or whatever. I don't like the skills that are just super generic. That just tells me a lot of the strong decks don't need skills right now. What is this nonsense? What is this, Pharaoh's servant? Bruh. Ah, my life. I actually need to pay attention to that, but I could actually die to that. That's actually terrifying. Okay. Alright, let's go. We're gonna bear. Ah! Activate toy vendor. Send wings. Right, we'll go wings. Effect a toy vendor. We haven't normaled yet. Well, normal dog. Dog effect. Has he got effect Veiler? The problem is, my combo deck gets hard countered by something like this bullshit. Like, look at my life already. Wow. I'll go Phoenix. Phoenix effect. I'm going to pop this one. We will use chain. Summon that wolf. Now, this does technically lose to Kite Roid at the moment. So we're going to do this. Wow. My man has Kite Roid as well. Behold, this is why we always play around the Kite Roid. Always play around, Kite Ride. Don't you dare have another one. You have double Kite Ride! No, we could have played around double Kite Ride as well. Double Kite Ride! He's got one card in hand though, right? It's where he just drops like a burn spell. No! No, he just doesn't die. He's on 100 life and we get milled and die. Oh, no! Oh, talk about the worst. So what we should have done, right, the correct play would have been activate Toy Vendor, discard another Fluffal monster so that our wolf gets an extra attack. But we didn't think we'd have to play around double Kite Ride. Jeez, we just lost to some 12-year-old kid jamming Weevil Burn on ladder. Jesus, that is a stinker. That is a stinker. I mean, again, I don't even know like what his deck was at the start. There's nothing I could really do to play around that any. Well, again, I had a play I could have made, but like, who opens double Kite Ride, bro? Who just does that? Cosmo Wicked Witch pass? No, we'll go assist. Send Chain, send Sabers. Activate Bear. What's he got that he could chain there? Oh, so he's literally going to wait until I try and deal with this, then he's going to summon out like a Dark Destroyer or something. We'll go Toy Vendor, send Harp. Not the best send, but it does get us online at the very least. I think here we just normal Bear, right? Go Sabers. We'll go Harp. Gets us to Nightmare. Go 1. Probably you. Summon out Galatea. So now he's going to go Wicked Witch. Into Dark Destroyer. So now we go Nightmare. Boost this. And we send Symbol Skeleton. Oh. We go Symbol. Summon out Galatea again. Activate Galatea. I think. So we have to send this, which means when we summon out our other guy, we won't be able to attach. So putting this back into the deck does make sense. Set the Babble. Now the question is, do we want to link into... Okay. It's just going to call it there. There you go, see Cosmo. It's a weak deck. I don't know why people complain about Dark Destroyer, you know? So easy to deal with it. Weevil Burn, on the other hand, that is a tier 0 meta threat. I don't know why that isn't winning the meta weekly every week, to be honest. Right, we're going first. We like going first. This hand is fine. Alright, we start with Dog. Dog effect here, I think, always gets Sabers. We go Edge and Persist. pitch sabers and chain. We go vendor. Vendor effect, send nightmare. Sure, we'll get an extra body. Then there's no real reason to go into you right now, is there? Go nightmare, boost dog, send harp. We go harp, summon skeleton. We go Galatea. We can then use Galatea here. I think that was actually a small misplay. So now I can't use sabers very easily. But it's still kind of fine. We'll go 1, 2. Then we'll go symbol. Target Galatea. And we'll overlay into toy vendor, into Dingisu. Then we will grab back skeleton. We'll also activate a bell. Then we'll pass. Okay. If we ever get patchwork, it would be generic infusion-based decks. Yeah, Frightfur Patchwork's crazy strong. We'll get it eventually though, right? It's just how far away will it be? What's this? 2 2 for someone's copy hand. Pay 1,000 life points, target 1 darkness spell check with the graveyard, apply that effect, then shuffle a card to the deck. Okay, so this is how you get around the once per turn effects. So activating, add 1 dark from your deck to your hand. So what have you got for me, sellers? Takes contract. So now what? We're going to the link. I do not know where the Trickstar part of this deck goes. Dark Lords are pretty good with the link they got. Yeah, it's a pretty good link. That's Condemned. So he takes Itchel. You can discard this card and 1 Dark Lord card to draw 2 cards, which you can't do. Where are we going from here? We're linking those off into Unicorn. Then what, we're going to discard? Go away, Unicorn. Dark Claws are pretty good with the link they got. Fusion Dark Claw would be pretty scary. Yeah? Right, we'll go bring back Ding. And then we'll give him back a skeleton. How do we lose from this position? Can we lose from this position? Go. Go. Well, that didn't feel that bad. That felt fine. I don't know if he bricked. I'm not really sure. Like, I know the link is, like, decent, but I'm not really sure what, like, the Dark Lord end board looks like, so... It's got the Quantum Cube. Crow Hogan. There's no way this is going to be a Blackwing game, surely. Well, that's a hand. So we go Edge and Persist just to get him in the grave, because that's a special. Chain doesn't do anything now unless we use Thingy Effect to get him back, which we can do. We always summon Dog. We already have Sheep. So where does this go? There's no reason to take Wings without Bear, so we might as well take Bear. We activate Bear. I think we always have to go Sheep still. I can then activate Sheep. Put Dog back in hand. This brings back Chain. Then I can bring back Sabers if I want. But, like, where do I go from here? I can make this with no material, or I just end with these 3 in defense. I think we're just going to end with these 3 in defense. Like, it's not a great board, but, like, without any of the Orcus stuff, I don't have a turn 1. That's the downside of Fluffal is their turn 1 sucks. So I need the Orcus half of the deck to do that. Ooh, it says Arctics. I've only played against this Arctic once, and apparently they opened the absolute god hand against me, so I have no idea what to do against them. Quick question, are you allowed more than 1 legend card in your deck in Rush Tour? You can have 1 of each different type. So you can have 1 legend monster, 1 legend spell, and 1 legend trap. There's so much text on these cards. Okay, that makes it very clear, thanks. Yeah, you basically, right now, you always want to be running Widespread Ruin, because it's just, there isn't any other option, and it's fantastic anyway. Right, Toy Vendor effect, I can take... Oh, I could just take Wings. No, I think we take Bear, right? Yeah, we take Bear. I thought it was only 1 legend card altogether. So that's what it used to be in the physical game. But we had a rule change in the physical game about a year ago-ish, which then changed it from 1 legend to 1 of each type of card. And then that just got brought forward in the Duel Links version. You hit my graveyard, you jerk. I don't know why I always thought it was only 1, even when I only played the Duel Links version. I mean, we only had 1 for a while there, right? So... I suppose we had 2, but they're in the same slot. Right, we'll use the effect of Chain. We will grab the Frightful Fusion out of the deck. Alright, what are we doing here? Once per turn, when a card effect is activated, targets an insert a card you control, you contribute one monster from your hand or field to negate. So he's potentially got a negate. Look at this card. Monster special summon in the field. You can remove all characters from this card, minimum 7. So one monster your opponent controls, take control of it. So he's only got 5. So only when a monster is special summoned. But the problem is if I start special summoning a ton of stuff, that then becomes a problem. But I have to special summon and go up to 7 just to get rid of it. Alright, we summon out Dog. Dog takes Wing. Activate Bear. Flip over Vendor. Activate Vendor. We are going to send Wing. This does get us a special, which does put them up. But again, it doesn't really matter, right? So summon up. Actually, yeah, before we do anything else, we are going to activate Wings. Toy Vendor effect. Again, it doesn't really matter. Now we need to force out something. So we're going to go into Phoenix. Phoenix effect. We'll target this. So this will force out either this effect or this effect. So he's going to use that. Oh, we can get cards from Graveyard as well. Wait, what is this one? Hand or field negate the activation. But he got rid of a card from his graveyard. Graveyard instead. Oh, okay. So that means we're now back to square one. So we'll use Orchestrate Return. That is really annoying. Okay, we'll go Fusion. We'll go 1, 2. I guess we don't need more than 2. Thank you for the follow, Negative Impact. We'll use Tiger Effect. This will force something else out. It's going to take control of it. Then we go Nightmare. Boost his attack. Send World Wand. Activate World Wand. Bring back Nightmare. Now, we can go into a Link 3, but, like, what do we do off of this? I can go into, like, Galatea, but, like, both the cards I need to be in the graveyard are in my hand. Alright. We're gonna go to this. This might end up being a mistake. Let's go to battle before I run out of time. Okay. That was not good. That was not good. But the timer was on us, so we just clicked buttons as quickly as we could. We might just be dead here. Right, what would the play have been? We should have sent... we should have sent Skeleton to Grave. I don't even know what's left in my deck at this point. Is there another Orcust in the... Yeah, there was another one. Okay, where does this go, though? The issue is, because I've already banished my Sabers, which I needed to do to force out his cards, even if I get another turn, like, what does it look like? Oh. I guess it looks like this. So I'll summon this. What does this do? Add it to hand. Okay. We'll go ahead and activate this, because why not? Just target this one. And we'll go... Do we even want to go into him? I almost think the better play is to just do this. We go into Orchestrator. I can't use the effect. I don't know why I can't use the effect. Now I can? I didn't have two banished, apparently. Yes! Oh, the timer is so tense. It's so tense every time that red number flashes up on the screen. Whew. Two good ones with Summon Skill and Widespread. Sword and Shield isn't bad though. Sword and Shield can just end games on its own depending on the situation. It's like, it can be absolutely crazy because so many people are playing low defense monsters. Which, yeah, you already said, but yeah. Yeah, Fluffal Orcust. Yeah, we are loving the Fluffal Orcust at the moment. We are struggling a little bit because the timer just keeps getting on us and we have to basically learn against a lot of the decks that we're playing against, like as we're playing them. I need to cog with Lunar Lights next month. Now, when we say need, is that like you just have this like urge that you have to do it? I want to upgrade my Leo Dancer to Prismatic. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, this is a... This hand exists. Unfortunately, both of the edge imps together really sucks because I can't use the skill. Got to finish up the Tag Duel event quick. Got to get my Beast Warrior support. Yes, yes, yes. Obviously, you get one for free just by finishing the third way, you know, the third time through the Rush Duel. But yeah, every single other one, you gotta get lucky. Although I imagine you'll be able to get one off of the Card Trader EX, right? It's Kluger. Eternal Bond. Why would you take that and not Super Poly? Have you already got Super Poly? What is this hand, bro? What am I expected to do with this? Right, we always orchestrate return. And we have to send Harps if they want to get stuff going. Or their normal dog effect. I think we have to take Bear. I don't even think that's a question. Activate Bear. I saw there was a pure Fluffal that got Cog in DLM. The problem Fluffal has if it's pure is it's just a going second deck. Going first, you don't have any play. So like, You can do it, but you're going to lose a bunch of games as well. It's just how many times can you win the coin flip and go second? So we have Fluffal. We want to use this. The question is, what do we send here? If we need to play around all of his bullshit, we need to get... This is an extra summon. This gets us our guy. That's an extender. That gets us our combo later that we are going to need. I think we put Sabers in though. That's really good, because now we can get this out. Now do we force out the back row? Okay. Let's go for Phoenix. Phoenix effect. I think we do send Skeleton here. Now, we go Hop into Nightmare. We have to get rid of this. Going into that doesn't get me anywhere, so I might as well go into Galatea off this. I'm going to activate Galatea here. Put Heart back. I do very much need my Rebel. Then I can activate you if I want. Which I think is probably the play here. I do not need you. Then we go into... There's no real point to going into Decode here, is there? Not really. But I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to Decode. Then we can use the effect of Symbol Skeleton. Bring back Galatea. Flip this over. We'll activate Nightmare. Boost your attack. Send you to grave. We can also use World Wand. The problem is, this still doesn't get me where I want to be. I can go to... Oh wait, this does. This does get me where I want to be. Kind of? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So now we can activate Longirsu. Put both of these two back. We send this. Which triggers Kluger. Then we summon out Ding. Ding's effect deals with Wiseman. And that's all we've got. So we go battle. Get rid of this. We go direct. And we pass. Okay. We picked him apart a little bit. Like obsessed with the decks that I play. I mean, I feel that. I saw trying to complete them 100%, so I got enough coins to get my 2 copies of that spell. Nice. I don't think I need to worry about this, right? I would just wait and see what he does. Summon that a second. Again, that's fine at the moment. Cross. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. That was a mistake. I mean, it's still kind of fine, but it just means he gets a replay. So now he just won't attack this one. Like, again, it's still fine. That's fine, you can kill that. I don't mind. Can use that if I want to. I don't really want to. Right, let's go Toy Vendor. Send and draw. Ah, the only punish for doing that. It was greedy to do, but that was the only way we got punished. Okay, World Wand. Bring back Nightmare. Then we'll go 1, 2. Summon out Enforcer. Activate Enforcer. Target this. Nearest Fusion to protect. The next thing we'll do is Orcus Nightmare. We will boost his attack up. Do not want to do that. We want to send this to Grave. The problem is I can send it. Okay, so now we just get a battle, right? Feels so weird to drag sideways, by the way. That will never not be weird. And that's the game. Oh, alright. That took a little bit of brain power, but we managed to get through it in the end. And that is a rank up, which is quite a nice place to end the stream. That was our 3 hours of allotted stream time. Ugh. And that was quite a good one, actually. I quite enjoyed that. I really, really like... Both in Rush, I really like the machines, and in Speed, I really, really like the Fluffal Orcus deck. It is, without a doubt, like my favourite deck. So, you know, it's always got that going for it. I guess we should probably raid into someone, because that is something that we have been neglecting to do recently, so I think it would make sense to do so. But thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for watching the stream. It's been a blast. We'll be streaming again on Thursday, so hope at least a handful of you come back for that. And we will probably, again, be playing a mix of Speed and Rush. Probably lean more towards Speed, because we do, again, really like Speed at the moment. We are going to raid into another English Speed Duel player, so we will see what they're doing over there. But again, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next time.